TV soap news and spoilers in the heart-pounding saga of Beyond the Gates, the enigmatic Leslie has kept viewers on the edge of their seats. Her cunning schemes and shadowy past weaving a tapestry of intrigue. The latest twist in this gripping drama centers on a weathered leather jacket. A seemingly innocuous item plucked from a donation box by the determined Kat. With a heart full of suspicion and a mind racing with questions. Kat believed this jacket, presumably Leslie's, held the key to unraveling the mystery surrounding her. The garment, worn and faded, carried the weight of secrets in its pockets, receipts, scraps of paper, and faint traces of a life lived in the shadows. With a mix of hope and trepidation, Kat delivered this potential bombshell to Jacob, the steadfast detective at the local police station, her hands trembling as she handed over what she thought could be the linchpin in Leslie's downfall. But the path to justice is rarely straightforward. The jacket, once a beacon of hope, became a maddening dead end. Forensic analysis revealed a chaotic mess of fingerprints and DNA, Kat's own, smeared across the leather from her eager handling. The evidence, once promising, was now tainted, a frustrating blow to the investigation. The receipts, crumpled and faded, offered cryptic clues, purchases from obscure shops, timestamps that hinted at Leslie's movements, but nothing concrete enough to build a case. The police, stymied by this setback, watched as their lead dissolved like mist in the morning sun. Kat, devastated, felt the sting of her own unintended interference, her good intentions morphing into a bitter obstacle. Yet, in the face of this disappointment, a flicker of hope remained. Jacob, undeterred, vowed to pursue another angle. His jaw set with determination as he refused to let Leslie slip through the cracks of justice. Jacob, a seasoned detective with a reputation for tenacity, knew the case against Leslie required more than a contaminated jacket. The stakes were high, Leslie's potential involvement in a web of deceit, possibly even connected to Laura's tragic accident, demanded answers. With a steely resolve, Jacob called in a digital forensics expert, a master of unearthing truths buried in data. Armed with Leslie's mugshot, taken during a chaotic night at the hospital after a previous brush with the law, the expert set to work. The image, grainy yet haunting, captured Leslie's piercing gaze. A mix of defiance and desperation. The expert scoured security footage, social media, and digital trails, piecing together a timeline of Leslie's movements. Each click of the keyboard, each frame of video analyzed, brought Jacob closer to the truth, the tension building like a storm on the horizon. Would this be the breakthrough they needed to topple Leslie's carefully constructed facade? The hospital mugshot, a relic of a night shrouded in mystery, painted a vivid picture. Leslie, disheveled and defiant, had been brought in after a frantic incident. Rumors swirled of a confrontation, a chase, and whispered accusations. The digital forensics expert, with a quiet intensity, cross-referenced timestamps, geotags, and fragmented data, hunting for the thread that would tie Leslie to her misdeeds. The air in the police station crackled with anticipation. Officers exchanging hushed theories as Jacob paced, his mind racing. The weight of the case pressed down on him. Laura's accident, a tragedy that left a family shattered, loomed large. Could Leslie, with her calculating charm and elusive nature, truly be the architect of such chaos? The digital trail was faint, a ghost in the machine, but Jacob's resolve burned brighter than ever. Meanwhile, across town, a parallel drama unfolded with heart-stopping intensity. Eva, a young woman caught in a storm of emotion, had made a reckless decision the night of Laura's accident. Driven by fear, anger, and a tangled loyalty to her family, she stole her mother's boots and helmet, items now steeped in suspicion. Laura's accident, a horrifying crash that left her fighting for life, had cast a long shadow over Eva's world. Leslie, ever the manipulator, seized the opportunity to point the finger at Eva, twisting the narrative to paint her as the culprit. The accusation hung like a guillotine, threatening to sever Eva's future. Her heart pounded as she clutched the stolen items, their weight a constant reminder of the night that changed everything. The boots, scuffed and worn, and the helmet, dented from the impact, were silent witnesses to a truth Eva couldn't yet face. Torn between guilt and defiance, Eva's resolve hardened. She couldn't let Leslie's lies destroy her. With trembling hands and a racing pulse, she made a fateful decision: she would go to the police. The drive to the station was a blur, the city lights streaking past like tears on a windowpane. Eva's mind churned with fear. Would the police believe her? Could she prove her innocence in the face of Leslie's cunning? The boots and helmet, now evidence of a night gone horribly wrong, sat beside her, a tangible link to the tragedy. As she stepped into the station, the fluorescent lights harsh against her pale face, Eva felt the weight of her choice. She was ready to tell her story, to lay bare the truth, even if it meant confronting the storm head-on. The desk sergeant's gaze met hers, and in that moment, Eva knew there was no turning back. Hashtag the arrest warrant and Leslie's reckoning. The tension reached a boiling point as Jacob, armed with new leads from the digital forensics expert, stood before Leslie's apartment door. The building, a crumbling relic of better days, loomed ominously, its cracked walls and flickering lights a fitting backdrop for the drama about to unfold. In his hand, Jacob held an arrest warrant, the paper crisp and official, a symbol of justice closing in. His knock echoed through the hall, sharp and unyielding, a sound that seemed to reverberate through Leslie's very soul. When the door creaked open, Leslie stood there, her expression a mask of calculated calm, but her eyes betrayed a flicker of panic. The air between them crackled with tension, a silent battle of wills as Jacob handed her the warrant, his voice steady but firm. "Leslie, you're under arrest." For a moment, time seemed to freeze. Leslie's mind raced, her carefully constructed world crumbling like sand through her fingers. Had her game finally come to an end? The evidence, though circumstantial, was mounting: digital traces, witness accounts, and now Eva's bold move to come forward. The apartment, once her sanctuary, felt like a cage closing in. Her heart pounded as she scanned the warrant, the words blurring through a haze of fear and defiance. Jacob, unwavering, watched her every move, his training kicking in as he noted the subtle tremor in her hands, the slight widening of her eyes. The stakes had never been higher, and the question hung in the air like a storm cloud: was this the end of Leslie's reign of deception? Hashtag Trisha Mann-Grant and the future of Beyond the Gates. As Leslie's fate teetered on the edge, fans of Beyond the Gates found themselves gripped by a burning question. Would actress Trisha Mann-Grant, the brilliant talent behind Leslie's complex character, be leaving the show? Trisha's portrayal of Leslie had captivated audiences, her ability to blend charm, menace, and vulnerability earning her a legion of fans. From the moment Leslie appeared on screen, Trisha brought her to life with a raw intensity, her every gesture and glance dripping with subtext. The possibility of her departure sent shockwaves through the fandom, social media buzzing with speculation and pleas for her to stay. Leslie's story, a roller coaster of twists and turns, had become a cornerstone of the series, and Trisha's performance was its beating heart. But the drama of Beyond the Gates thrives on the unexpected. If Leslie's arrest marks the end of her arc, what does that mean for Trisha Mann-Grant? The writers, known for their daring choices, could take the story in countless directions. Perhaps Leslie's arrest is a ruse, a clever ploy to deepen her scheme, keeping Trisha at the center of the action. Or maybe this is the dramatic exit fans fear, a blaze of glory for a character who has defined the show's dark allure. The police station, now a crucible of truth, holds the key. Eva's testimony, the digital evidence, and the tainted jacket all converge, a symphony of clues building to a crescendo. Jacob, Eva, and the unseen forces of justice stand poised to unravel Leslie's legacy, but in the world of Beyond the Gates, nothing is certain. ## the storm ahead. As the saga unfolds, the tension is palpable. A storm brewing on the horizon of Beyond the Gates. Leslie, a master of manipulation, faces her greatest challenge yet, her fate hanging in the balance. Eva, driven by a desperate need for redemption, has thrown herself into the fray, her stolen boots and helmet a haunting reminder of the night that changed everything. Jacob, the relentless detective, presses forward, his determination a beacon in the darkness. And Kat, caught in the crossfire, wrestles with the fallout of her well-meaning but flawed efforts. The leather jacket, once a symbol of hope, now lies in an evidence bag, its secrets muted but not forgotten. Will Leslie's cunning prevail, or has her time finally run out? Will Trisha Mann-Grant bid farewell to Beyond the Gates, leaving fans to mourn the loss of a legendary character? The answers lie in the shadows, waiting to be revealed in the next heart-stopping episode. One thing is certain, in this world of betrayal, secrets, and high-stakes drama, the story of Leslie is far from over. The stage is set. The players are in position, and the audience holds its breath, eager to see how this electrifying tale unfolds. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.